So last week, Brian Shaw announced the Strongest Man on Earth events. So the first Strongest Man on Earth at the Shaw Classic was last year, 2023. Unbelievable show. We were there in attendance, and I was amazed at just how well it was run. It was phenomenal.
The expo was good as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't as big. I think Brian was saying in his video the expo will be way bigger this year, which is great to see.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that like only a couple of years ago he was doing it in his garage.
Yeah.
Like just during like the pandemic and stuff like that.
Like I said it before, he did it right. He
did it
started
so well.
small, and then just every year he's growing and growing instead of going big straight away. And it's like you're going down from there, you know. So Brian, it seems like he's keep going up.
So 2023 Shaw Classic, Strongest Man on Earth, was Brian Shaw's last competition professionally. So this year we'll have a brand new Strongest Man on Earth.
Yes.
Which is crazy to think. And the events Brian has lined up, I think, is a perfect match for the name.
He's very good when it comes to events. He knows what events to put in to test every single aspect of Strongman.
Either way, we have 8 events for the 2024 Strongest Man on Earth.
Yeah.
And Vitalis, start us
Yes.
off.
So the first event is deadlift, and
Max deadlift.
Max deadlift. He wants to do like normal bar, normal calibrated plates, no suits, which I'm very pro.
Yes, no many
Yes,
times.
and no 8-figure straps as well, which is great as well. I don't, you know, I'm not a big fan of two of them.
This is you in your head.
Yes, yeah. I just want to get rid of it. I know it's old school and stuff like that. It's probably, you know, some people would think, but I'm staying with my guns. Like, you know, like I don't want
old
these.
school.
Yeah, take it out. Take the suits out from Strongman. Take the 8-figure straps out from Strongman as well.
A perfect event for like, it's a standard event. Everybody, it's relatable. Like anybody can look at it and understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And I genuinely think it's like a raw strength. Like if you're looking for the strongest man on earth, it's one thing that you're saying having figure 8 straps, all these suits, but like you want pure raw strength.
Suits give you an advantage, you know. And I don't know if Brian ever wore a suit either. I don't think he maybe wore briefs, but I don't think that he ever wore suits. So I think that's why he's like in his own show he's trying to get rid of it, and to me it's like kudos to him. Like,
so then onto event 2, we have a medley.
yeah. So we have an overhead medley, logs and axles. He has very nice logs. He has good axles as well. So it's gonna be very drooling event, you know. So go from one lift to another, and you have to adapt. You know, so it's a great event, and as everybody knows, I love overhead events. So
yeah, especially logs.
yes, logs, axles, dumbbells, block presses. To me, it's like I would even tell Brian, come on, bring some blocks into it as well. You know,
Yeah.
Why not?
Like we were saying at the start of the video, there's no weights as such announced yet.
Not
like,
yet. Yeah.
I think Brian is going to do it like he did last year and the year before, that he announces the events early on in the year, then makes a series on his Jawstring channel on YouTube, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like he did it very well with the car leg press. It's so good to watch because it's entertaining. You're waiting for the next event.
Yeah.
Like, it's like an episode of a TV show. It's like every week.
Brian has a bit of OCD when it comes to like Strongman equipment, I think, which is great.
Yeah, it's great. So then going from the second event, which is an overhead medley, we then go into a power medley.
Yeah.
And as far as we know, it's just a moving event.
Yeah. So there's nothing said. Yes, he doesn't know which way he will do it. Will he stay like he last year with wheelbarrow loading and then go into arm over arm? We'll
Again,
see. But
great.
he might be changing things around.
Like last year, like you see the strongman once they were finished, like they were cooked. Like
cooked. Yeah.
they were done.
Yeah.
Loading up the sandbags, like pushing the wheelbarrow, loading them up as you go,
Yeah.
and then having to pull it up like seriously high. Like it was 12 meter tall, I think. What the tower
As
was.
well, very impressive towers.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So the fourth and final event of day 1, we have like probably one of the best events, name wise, one of the best events I think we've heard of in a long time, and that's the Manhood stones.
Yes. So Brian loves heavy stones, to lift heavy stones. I remember when I won Arnold Class 2013.
Oh look.
Yes. So the stone that we had to lift was 245. 245, I think. Brian got like 3 reps on that stone.
That's a huge stone.
Yes, I think if you gave Brian on the day 300 kilo stone, he would have lifted. By the way, I was able to get only 1 rep, so still not bad. Yeah, but I think that's why Brian is bringing that event into a Shaw Classic. And I think it's a very great event, like, you know. So especially he says he's gonna bring 600-pound stone. I don't think that too many people will try to attempt it, and I don't think that too many people can get it. Probably the only person that Tom, yeah, it's because he holds the record now,
286 kilos.
286 kilos.
286 kilos.
Holy shit.
So
that's insane.
The 600-pound stone will be 272 kilos.
Yeah.
Like you're very, very close.
Brian, just make 300 kgs.
Just make it 300 kilos.
Tom looks in a great shape.
Yeah, he looks like he could do it.
Yeah, I think he can do it. Just bring that, just in case.
The way the Manhood stone works is very similar to the Austrian oak, what used to be in the Arnold Classic. So, do you want to explain?
Yeah, so the weight will beat the reps. So they're going to be probably like 4 or 5 heavy stones. And you can choose whatever stone you want to lift. The same in Arnold Class 2013, you were able, if you can't lift 245 kilo stone, you can try and lift 200 kilo stone for reps. You know, the same with the log. If you can't lift 205 kilo log, you can go to 175 for reps. I think that's what's happening. So probably it's going to be the same kind of setup in Shaw Classic.
Again, old school strongman.
Old school strongman. I love it.
So on to the 5th event and the first event on day 2, we have a Circus dumbbell medley.
Yes.
So from what we can see, it'd be very similar to what was in Rogue Invitation only a couple of years ago.
Pretty much the same probably setup. Like, you know, I don't know what will be the heaviest dumbbell. Probably 130, maybe 127.
Well, we're probably talking 5 dumbbells, 6 dumbbells.
Probably 5 dumbbells and just for time. That's like pretty basic. But the question is what kind of weights they're going to use for the dumbbells. That's it.
So then after the Circus dumbbells, we have the 6th event of the competition, and that is the keg toss.
Yeah.
So anyone that knows Brian Shaw is synonymous with the keg toss. Like it is his event.
Yeah. So he holds the world record of 15 kg keg toss.
Yeah. 7.75 meters.
Yes. Yeah. So that's a lot. And he says in the video, it says that he'll try to set up this event so someone can break his record. So that means the keg probably will be 15 kg weight, and because 25 kg keg toss record belongs to Thor.
Thor, yeah. So
yeah,
6 meters.
6 meters, yeah. So, and from what I saw, I think Thor probably will be competing in the Show Classic, you know.
Yeah, just from all the slight little comments he's putting on the Instagram.
Yeah. I think there's a hint there for Brian to invite him, you know. And he probably can break that record, no problem.
Then on to the 7th event of the competition, we have the squat. And we have a new setup for the squat, the strongest man on earth.
Get rid of that leg press, bro. Just squat.
After I saying how good it was.
It was like, look, it was okay.
It was okay. But
to me, it was okay.
The only problem was I think people had a fear of it.
Yes.
Like it was so
very intimidating.
Very intimidating.
Like you're looking like at the car that actually can snap. And,
you know.
Remember
Trey, I think was it the first
panicking.
year?
He was panicking. So new squat setup will be great. You know, like I think leg press wasn't in my opinion wasn't really for the strongman competition. You know, but squat, like, and he probably figure out to get the machine or something like that for the squat, and he already has probably some drawings and plannings and stuff like that. So it's good that he's changing leg press into the squat.
So then on to the 8th event and the final event of the 2024 Strongest Man on Earth. We have the Fingal Fingers into the Power Stairs medley. Now, last year, it was giving everybody goosebumps because it was Mitchell Hooper versus Brian Shaw. Yeah. Mitchell just second last step. He was like, nah, just forget about it. Yeah,
because Brian had a nice lead
Brian
as
had
well.
it. He just did. And like, you could just tell when Brian stood up on the very top, the whole place erupted.
Yeah.
I was getting goosebumps shivering. Everybody backstage was clapping. The whole crowd was screaming. Brian had a tear in his eye. It was like the perfect ending to like a strongman career.
Yeah, 100%.
But like, as well as that, it was just to watch it. Like, it's again just large, impressive. Like that, it's what say the Arnold Classic was years ago. You know, when they had it, like we said on before, on the stage, all these big setups, like the big hay bale yokes.
Yeah, like Arnold Classic. What do we have? Like 9 days left till Arnold Classic, and I want to see will they bring the Arnold Classic back on the main stage again? You know, I know when I said that in one of the videos, a couple of the commentators said like they don't really like it. They weren't very I don't know,
impressed with it,
and they thought like it's good that the strongmen they have their own corner. Like respectfully, I disagree.
Yeah, like I'm the same. Like,
You know?
I'm old school.
Yeah.
Like I love watching the old school strongmen, like JF Caron, yourself,
Yeah.
Thor years ago, Brian Shaw,
Yeah.
like Kielerskowski when he was young.
Yes,
Like it's
yeah.
great. Like it's how would you say, it's nostalgic looking
Yes.
back on it. Like.
Yeah. And I think that's where strongmen belong, next to the bodybuilding stage. Like, you know, like because after the strongman show, the bodybuilders go in and do their own thing, and then the strongmen go back on the main stage again, you know, in the expo. And I think it's like, just in general, it's better for the sport when
constant
you
cycle.
like your light shining on a main expo stage.
You're looking up at
yeah.
it. Yeah, it like puts it on that, like on the platform. Like you're looking up at these giants on the
Yeah.
stage. And I think what Brian is doing with the likes of these events, like with the chest press last year, with the big elephant bar deadlift, like the car press, like it's everything he had was huge.
Yeah.
And when you look at it up close, it was so well made.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like you could look at it and say, oh, you know, he could have done it a bit better. Like these things were sturdy.
Yes.
Like even the power stairs.
Yeah.
Like they were solid.
Yeah, they were good. Like they were made perfectly, and the well and quality was there. It wasn't like, you know, wobbly or anything like that. It was great.
Yeah, like I think that's like what we're expecting with the strongest man on earth, especially with Brian Shaw. Like he's making a competition. You can see, and he even said it himself afterwards. This competition is for strongmen. It's not for like a company to make money or
No.
for advertising.
For the athletes,
It's
and
for the athletes.
fans. Yeah,
It's for like the way that we're looked after. It's.
Mhm.
I think like Brian is just setting like the pedestal. Like
Yeah.
it's like he's setting the mark here.
The standard is pretty high when it comes to Brian Shaw competition.
If you made it this far in the video, make sure to press the like button. Let us know in the comment section down below what do you think of the events for the Strongest Man on Earth 2024. What did you even think of the Strongest Man on Earth 2023? We'd love to know your comments down below, so let us know. If you're new to the channel, make sure to press the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, make sure to press the bell icon. It'll keep you up to date with everything that's Lalas Brothers. We'll see you in a future video.
See you later, guys.